Hey guys, it's Carrie the Paper Monkey. Thank y'all so much for dropping in on my channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're coming back, thank you for coming back. On today's episode of How Many Projects Can I Start in 1 Month? I think the answer is going to be 27. Yeah. And I've completed none of them. I don't know what's wrong with me either. People ask and I don't have an answer. This wonderful, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful little book recently came to me from Leslie's pastor. This beautiful, beautiful little book is 5.5 inches long by about 3.25 wide, and it has no copyright date on the inside. Did a little research, and by research I just mean I googled it. Googled it, and looks like, from according to the Goog, it is a 1930 version, and it's just for her pastor to do this for me. And I've never met him. I don't believe I've ever met Pastor Paul, but I hope to meet him very soon. My intention with this book, though, is to, as you can see, I did pull the guts out of it, and I'm going to do something very different for me. I'm going to make a male kind of, not inspired, but it'll have a male vibe to it, and I'm going to use, I'm thinking some of this fabric, and I'm going to make it for Pastor Paul. I'm going to return it to him. He didn't want it back, but I think that once I just feel led to do this for him. So it's going to be very grunge. I'm going to try to do some grungy things with this book. I don't picture it being very very large, not much. Like I'm thinking that the spine will probably be in line with what is currently here. What is this, 1.5 inches? So I may keep it an 1.5 inches. I may do that. I could see that, and just do a few little pages in it. I just want to fill it with some scripture things that I have, and just some things that are kind of precious to me. Because he was so kind, and he has been so kind to lead Leslie in her walk of faith, and I'm just appreciative of her church family, really, to be honest with you. If you don't know, Leslie is my daughter, and she lives a few hours away from us up in North Louisiana. I'm in Southern Louisiana, and I am comfortable with her being there. Of course, I would love her to live closer, but she has such a fantastic church family. They're all there for her, and she's got some she's got some mentors in her church and some folks who are like her mama up there. Miss Beverly comes to mind. So special shout out to Bev for, watching over my little girl while she's there. Even though she's a grown adult, they're still always kind of our kids. Let's get into this and let's see. I'm not going to take a lot of y'all's time today, but I thought what we would do, not what I typically do on camera, I'll tell you that, is we're just going to take off the spine. I'm going to save it, though. I am going to save it. And I'm going to try, I think I'm going to incorporate this either in a tag, a tuck, or a belly band. I kind of lean towards belly band with it, but we'll see. And I have seen many people try and salvage this part of the book because it is so grungy. But let me show you what I recently found that's very similar. And I found this. Isn't this fabulous? Look at this, 15 cents. I found this at a thrift store, okay, near me. And doesn't that look a lot like what you would use? I don't know if that's the original intended purpose, but I'm going to use that. Pastor Paul is a hunter. He's a man who works with his hands. He is a full-time pastor, however. That is his full-time job. But he likes to hunt ducks. He's a duck hunter. And I guess other things. I'm sure he seems like an outdoorsy guy. So I thought I would use some camouflage. I did. Now, I also, this batik fabric came to me in Happy Mail, and I've not used it yet, but isn't it beautiful? Isn't it beautiful? I thought I would use some pieces of that in here. I love this canvas material. Listen, this canvas material has come. This was huge. This piece was huge when I first started junk journaling. So if you're new to junk journaling and you see pieces of canvas in your thrift store and it's cheap, pick it up. I promise you, you will use this, okay? So keep that in mind. I will probably use this to cover the spine or even to go on the inside of the book, okay? And then nothing says outdoorsy like a bandana, right? So thought we'd use that too. I'm going to pick some pages, probably some coffee dyed pages. I think I have a package. I want to say I had a pack of a spiritual themed pack of paper. I need to pull that out and we'll get to getting I'm gonna do here. Something that I never do on camera, and that is try and create the cover. So I'm gonna preface this by telling you guys this, okay? I've been doing this 2 years and I am no expert. There are probably easier, better, and appropriate ways to do this. I'm just showing you the way I do it, okay? So please keep that in mind. And feel free in the comment section if you know of a different way that may be easier, more efficient, more effective. I am all ears, let me tell you. I'm always looking for a better way to do something, honestly. This thing right here it's I'll link it. It's an Amazon affiliate link, though. Keep that in mind. But if you can find it cheaper, go find it cheaper. Like if Temu is now back on track with no tariffs or whatever, go get it over there. But this thing right here gives you, like, it will, if you will use that little stick right here, part of the ruler, in between both, you'll have the exact same spacing, because you need a little bit of spacing between your spine and your actual book cover to allow it to movement, okay? I'm going to make this a soft spine journal. That's what I'm going to do. I'll try to anyway. We'll see how this goes. Like I said, I never do this part on camera because I'm not good at it. I'll just be perfectly honest with you. I'm not good at it at all, okay? And I use masking tape. Now, there's, debate, I guess, out there in the world of junk journaling about using masking tape in this application. Some creators won't. But if you follow me and you know me, I kind of go by the creators that inspire me. One of those creators, of course, is Carla Frizzell. If you don't follow Carla, go follow Carla. But Carla uses masking tape, and so I know that my channel name is The Paper Monkey, but the AKA of that official name is Copycat. If Carla does it, I'll do it too. Yes, I will do it too. So if it's good enough for Carla, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and lay this kind of out. You can kind of see through the tape a little bit of where you're landing on this book part. And the reason that I try to be careful and not grab too much of it is because I know there's a title on the cover of this side that I don't want to cover up, okay? I do not want to cover up that title. Now, I use non-Tim Holtz scissors for anything that has adhesive on it, okay? Anything that has adhesive, I do not use my Timmy Holtz scissors, because again, my friends who are creators have said to me on various videos, don't use your Tim Holtz scissors when it comes to adhesive products. So I kind of listen to that because I love my Timmy Holtz scissors. Okay. And again, there's probably easier ways to do this, so just showing you my way. Okay. See how I knew there was a title? I hope I have you in the screen. Yeah. Okay. A lot of people use, let's shouldn't say a lot of people, I guess that's just a relative term. Some creators use Tyvek for this part right here. So this is kind of like Tyvek. It's a green file folder. So it's pretty sturdy, I think. And then with the masking tape that's going to be on it, I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay. Now, keep in mind, too, when you're doing this, if there's anything on the back of the journal, keep that in mind. This one happens to be blank, okay? One thing that I don't know a lot about, so keep this in mind also, is this spine is not as thick as this book cover. So if you know out there, or if you know of a resource that I can go watch that talks about that specifically, let me know. I'd be interested to know. Are you supposed to kind of keep that in line? Because I really don't know. I really do not know. I've never really thought about it or worried with it. I think there was one journal where I tried, like I built up the spine, and I don't know why. I don't know why I did it, but it seems like I remember doing it one time. And then after that, it was like, it was too much really to fool with, and it never seemed like it affected anything negatively. So I said, well, I'm just going to do it my way. Now on this one, on this side, because I know there's no writing or anything I'm going to impede on this side, I can go out a little further with this tape, right? Okay, so I just want to make sure we're adhered to here. I'm going to go over with masking tape a couple of times, y'all. Let's see. Yeah, I have a few projects in the works. Lord have mercy. I know. Hopefully you've had a chance to see some of my completed projects, though. I had a good time with it. I used to have to, I'm so task focused, like in my real life. I believe if you start something, you should finish it, blah, 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 blah. But with this, and I have been that way with my journal process also, but I am kind of getting outside of that a little bit. I will be honest with y'all. I'm getting outside of that a little bit. Just kind of, I have a couple of other soft spine covers that I did recently. I did a video on it too. I'll try and remember and link that video, but that I have done nothing with. They're sitting up there in a project box, and that's okay. I'm learning that that's okay, because you cannot force inspiration. You can't do it. Because if I try to force it, it doesn't look good. There's nothing that comes together in the project for me. I have to wait to be inspired to go back to that project. So I'm learning to be okay with that, you know. Okay. So this is, oh yeah, this little spine, that's gonna be, now that it wound up being 2 inches, I think. Yeah, 2 inches. It's okay. We'll just fill it full of little coffee dyed paper. I'm going to use pages from this to make some tags and some pockets. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to glue several of these pages together to make them thicker and stronger. This does not seem to be rag paper. I'll tell you, it does not have that feel to it. It doesn't, now it feels old, but it is in really, these pages are in excellent condition. So I'm very glad about that. And I think I have a few little men characters, like images, that I can cut out that would be this right size, I think. Now I'm also going to share with you here, because this is a short video, I realize that, but it'll be a little bit of a series. I usually try to do 2 to 3 videos in a series. This may wind up being more. I doubt it, though. So come back for the next part of it. But I will share with you, I'll pop in a video here. We're going to just go on along with the theme of manly men, because Pastor Paul is one of those manly men, right? Hunter and all that, and likes to work with woodwork and I think iron. I actually think metalwork is his thing. Anyway, this morning I'll pop a video in here so you can see what my honey discovered sitting behind his shed. And yes, that would be an alligator. I think if you've been here before, you may have heard me talk about the alligators that live in behind our house, because it's a wooded area behind our house. Now, they call it a lake. They call it where we live. We live on a lake. It is in fact a swamp. If you ask me, it's a swamp. If I can't see anything, if I can see no ground bottom to a lake, then that's a swamp, okay? And if it has trees and cypress knots growing out of it, it's a swamp, okay? And if it has alligators in it, it's a swamp, people. So I call it a swamp. Well, the alligator migrated up here to the backyard and was behind my honey's shed, and he became a true crocodile hunter this morning and wrangled that thing back into the woods via four-wheeler. So I'm so thankful for my honey. Oh my God, could you see me? But I'll pop that video up so you can see that thing just resting there like he belonged here, like he was getting mail at this address. You understand? Oh, goodness gracious. But I wouldn't trade where I live for the world, y'all. Anyway, short video, like I said. Thank you all for coming along. We'll get back to this project, I promise, soon, and you can hopefully want to watch the progress as we create this wonderful little journal. Thank you all for coming along. I really do appreciate each and every one of you, and I do hope that whatever it is you get to do today, it doesn't involve alligators, and that it is as much fun as I had sharing what Pastor Paul shared with me and how I'm going to give back to him. Thanks, guys. We'll chat soon. Bye.